as we've established, was one of the great collectors, and it was a passion that he'd inherited from his father, William, who in turn had begun these collections at Westdean with, among other things, a wonderful collection of tapestries. They really are quite something.
They're superb, and we're standing here in front of the earliest one in the collection, which is a 16th century tapestry, and in fact is thought to be a self-portrait of the person who commissioned it.
Who was who?
Gonzago de Ferrante is an important Italian general who, after 20 years of fighting battles throughout Europe, was appointed to the governorship of Milan. He's kneeling here, receiving his triumphal diadem.
And the whole tapestry, therefore, is what? A reflection of his glories in battle?
Indeed. In order to celebrate his promotion to governor of Milan, he goes to a very important weaver, Jean de Baudouin, and says, I'd like to commission a series called The Fruits of War, and I want it to show both the glories and the horrors of war. And this is the result. These kind of tapestries are only ever commissioned by the very top, the very wealthiest members of society, in order to impress their friends, their enemies, and all the people that mattered with their wealth and the power that they held.
Do we know how much William James paid for this?
We know that he paid exactly £158 in the late 19th century, and it has to be said that they're now worth several hundreds of thousands.
As indeed are others in this gallery. Now this one here, for instance, the immediate thing you notice is that the colours are considerably more vivid. Is that because it's a younger tapestry?
Partly. It's 100 years younger, certainly, but I think it's probably just had an easier life than the other one.
Now what's the subject here?
This is a very interesting tapestry because it shows you how the tapestry design has developed. Here we have a design by Peter Paul Rubens, famous artist, in which he's depicting General Decius lying in state, having given up his life for the greater glory of Rome.
Is this a one-off?
This is part of a series, so there would have been several others in this suite showing different scenes from this legend.
And very high quality.
Very high quality.
And over here?
Well, we're moving on now to two 18th century tapestries, which were originally commissioned as painted hangings by Cardinal Ottoboni of Rome in the 17th century. And in the 18th century they were replaced by these woven versions of the same paintings.
Now these, I think, are Italian.
These are Italian, woven in Rome.
Which is unusual, because the previous ones we've seen are Flemish.
Absolutely. So these are a much rarer survivor.
Now what's the subject?
The subject here is extremely suitable for a cardinal. He's chosen scenes from a poem by Torquato Tasso, which is all about the Crusades and the triumph of Christianity over the infidel. And in fact, in this scene here, you can see the infidel setting fire to a Christian couple who are shortly to be rescued by this wonderful knight on a charger.
The sheer detail, I mean, if you look at the swags of flowers, for instance, those garlands of flowers, you look at the horses' hooves, when you bear in mind that this is all done in tapestry, it's stunning, isn't it?
It's a wonderful example of tapestry imitating painting to the very highest possible degree of perfection.